Hello everyone. Today I'm going to conduct a video lecture. I'm basically from civil engineering department. So subject I have selected is surveying. Why choose surveying? Because day by day, each and every person, which is whether it is skilled or non-skilled, they are using surveying. For example, if they are taking a distance, they are taking some distance from point A to B for calculating anything. This is one kind of a survey. So this is what the one of my best and favorite subject, and I selected trigonometric leveling. Now I introduce myself, Mitesh Patel, Civil Engineering Department, KIRC Campus, Kalol. My chapter name is trigonometric leveling. Now we have seen that what is the leveling. Okay, leveling is the relative position of two objects, and that relative position with each other, it's called as leveling. This is what we have seen in the previous semester or before in basics of civil engineering and elements of civil engineering in a leveling chapter. It is done by dump level and leveling staff. Okay, now what is the trigonometric leveling? This is an indirect leveling method. Why we are saying that it is an indirect leveling method? Let me explain you. If we have this distance from point A to B. If we measure this by tap from this to this, if you measure this distance by measuring tap, then it will be the direct method of measurement. But what we are going to do, we will use here, the name of the chapter is trigonometry. So what we are going to do, we are going to use triangle, something like that, and we will find out the distance d and height h by indirect way. If we have d and that theta, then we will find out the height or distance, whatever we require. So this is what we can say it is an indirect method of leveling. Let me drop this one. Okay, in this method, the difference in elevation, I told you before that what is leveling? There is a difference level between two objects. Suppose that this is object A and this is the object B. So there is a level difference between two objects. It is called as in a leveling. Now in this one, we have to observe the vertical angle and the measuring distance. As I said before, in trigonometric leveling is commonly used for the topographical work to find out the elevation. If different elevation is there, suppose we are working in surface like that. Okay. We have one station over here and another station is over there, and there is our object. It might be anything, as I said here. It might be building, chimney, church, trees, anything. So what we have to do is, if we see this object from here, there is a line of sight over there which is invisible. So at that time it creates some angle over there, and it make a triangle. Look at that area, it create a triangle, this one. This creates a triangle. So it is used to determine the relative elevation of the 2 points. Okay, next. Now, how can, as I say before, we can measure height and distance. So how can we do it? Let it see. Let me see. The height and distance can be determined three different ways. First one is case one, determination of elevation of object when the object is in a height and distance can be determined by three ways. Case one, this is divided into three different cases. First case is that determine of the elevation of the object when the base is accessible, and base is accessible, that the object is vertical. What it says, base is the accessible, it can be easily seen by the observer and it is in a vertical plane. Okay, so this is what the case number one. We will talk about it later on in a brief. Okay, case number two, this is just overview. Case number two, determine of elevation of the object when the base is inaccessible, the instrument station and the elevated object are same in the vertical plane. What happens? Base is inaccessible, there is some obstacle or something river, something hilly region, so that there is some obstacle, so we can't see the object easily. That's why we have it is inaccessible. That's why we have to use this method, and the instrument station elevated in the same vertical plane. Case number three is a little bit similar, but the vertical plane is not in a same vertical plane. Determine of the elevation of the object when the object is inaccessible, the instrument station and the elevated object are not in the same vertical plane. Okay, now I am talking about the case one. Determine of elevation of object when the base is accessible, the object is in a vertical plane. हमारा जो object है, this is what in a vertical plane and easily available है. So this is, I have taken a ground. This is what the ground surface. I put a tripod, and over that we have put a theodolite to take the measurements and everything. Okay, this is what our building it shows. We can say it building or any object, you might get it. Okay, so it is an object, whether it is chimney, whether it is building, whether it is a hill, whether it is a tower, whether it is a lighthouse, whatever it may be. So there is a one object. This is what the line of sight. This is what we could say is line of sight, which is came out when our theodolite is in a rest condition. I mean, it is when it is a zero condition. If it deflects something, like if there is an elevated portion and if it deflects like this, then there will be some theta or phi angle is there. This is what I am going to say that. Okay, so now what we do, we have to measure that, we have to observe the top of the building. That's why I have to just deflect of my instrument to the top side. At that time I am getting this angle. Okay, now this is what height of instrument, this much height instrument is set up over here. So this is what the height of the instrument. This is what the patch mark, a prefixed patch mark we have already taken. Otherwise we have to take a fixed object. Okay, now here I show what is P, I mean those notations with name. Now P is an instrument station. This is what I have given a name here. This is what P, this is what the instrument station. Okay, what is next? R point. R is the observation point where I have to observe whether it is building, as I said before. Okay, next O. It means that instrument center point. RQ. This is what the vertical object. This is what the vertical object. P to Q, it is a horizontal distance between station to reading star. H is the height of the instrument, as I said before. HI means it is a full form. If you see the full form, it is a height of instrument. And H is equal to height of the object, or RR we can say it. Benchmark, BM means a benchmark, reading on the benchmark, staffeled on the benchmark. Angle, this is what they create here. This is the angle alpha. RR is a G tan theta. Now, if we see this side R dash, then what we gonna do? Distance D and alpha. So RR is equal to D tan alpha. Therefore, RL of the object is measured by RL of the object. RL यहाँ से हमें मिलेगा ऑब्जेक्ट का, RL of BM. अब अभी मुझे यहाँ तक जाना है, समझो. I have to reach over there. So what I have to do? RL of BM plus H. Okay. So I have reached up to this line. Now plus D tan theta. So I will find out this H. So I will reach over there. So this is what the basic funda in this chapter. Okay, case 2. Determination of elevation of the objects when the base is inaccessible, the instrument station and the elevated object are in the same vertical plane. Okay, is the depending upon two terrain and depending upon the terrain cases may be rise. First is when instrument axis at the both station P and Q are at the same level, and next is when instrument axis station with I have given them P and Q, it might be anything. Okay, so P and Q are at a different level. Let's see how it does. Okay, in a second case, where the difference level, there is a subpart, station nearest to the object is lower and station nearest to object is higher. If I have provided object over here and nearest to a station, if it is lower, then it will be the case number second A. If the station near the object is higher, then it will be the case number 2B. Understood that way. Okay, let's start when the both axes at the same level. We start this one with this one. This is what my ground area. This is what our ground. I have fixed two stations P dash and Q dash. I have given name P and Q dash. So this is what the two station we have set up. Everything theodolite and everything. Okay. So this is what the line of sight which is shown in a dotted line, because this is the imaginary line. It is not actually present over there, but there is this thin line. So we can show it as a dotted line. It is called as a line of sight when it is in a rest condition, I mean in zero condition. Okay, so this is the line of sight. S is the object and H is a height. Okay. Now I have observed the object or top of the object. S is the object, and I have object over the P station and Q station. The angles which I am getting is alpha 1 and alpha 2. The distance between P to R I have shown is with capital D, and P to Q I have shown with a small d. Benchmark, and there is provided a benchmark and a height H. This is what the for same level. Both objectives are both object in a same, I mean axis in a same level. Now next is a different level. Station near the object is lower. Let's see how it is. This is what my terrain, I mean this is what my ground. I have provided two stations. Now look at that. Station nearest to the object is lower. If I measure this height and this height, this is what the lower one. This station is lower, and here is my object. Look at that. Okay, this is S is my object. So near to the station, near to the object is lower. this is what my object, and station this one P1 is a lower compared to the Q1. The height of P is lesser than Q. So this is what I am going to say, that the station nearest to the object is lower. Okay, got it? Let me rub this one. Okay. Again, I have measured everything. I mean, focus over the S point. This is what the angle I am getting. This is what the I'm showing just difference between all those things. So this is what the H1, height of instrument 1. This is what H2, height of instrument 2 here. And this is what the difference between H1 to H1. I mean H2 minus is equal to height difference. I would say that as an HD. Okay, got it? This is difference between of this one is this is what the result. Okay, so again there is a benchmark. So this is how the arrangement. In the first case, if we say that the both axes was in a single line, I mean those at the same level. Here is little bit different. Okay, again there is the difference again. I had said that the station nearest to object is higher. Now you might know that everything you are getting me. As this is what the object, and the instrument station near to the object is higher. This is a higher level. I mean higher elevation compared to the Q station. Okay, so this is what the difference between all those things. Okay, now let me calculate or derive the equation, how it works, and how can we find out the height and difference, height and distance between all those things directly or indirectly. So let's go. We have go through with this figure again before, so I'm skipping it right. Okay, this is what the we have seen that the angle elevation of angle to S in figure. Angle again, H is the reading of the star held on the benchmark or the both station. D is the horizontal distance between instrument station P and Q. D is the horizontal distance between instrument station and P and R. H is the height of S above R dash. Now from triangle we have seen before, triangle PSR is equal to HD tan theta 1. So now again the second triangle is QSR is equal to H. Now it is D plus small d tan alpha 2. So if from equation 1 and 2 we can get that D is equal to, we are both equation are similar, we can say, because both things are in a straight line. I mean both axes are the same level, so we can write here is equal to, this is equal to this one, because both are in a same vertical line. So same horizontal line. So we can say that D tan alpha 1 is equal to D plus small d tan alpha 2. Okay, so now if I multiply capital D with tan alpha 2 and then small d with tan alpha 2, then I will get that kind of things. Okay, so we simplify it. Now what I can do is, what I am seeing here, this is what the same one, both are the same one. There is a D common, so I can take it out, then I will get this one, D tan alpha 1. Okay, it is forgive me, if I get D tan alpha 2 outside of the is equal to, then it will be minus, and then what it will happen, D tan alpha 1 minus D tan alpha 2 is equal to D tan alpha 2, small d tan alpha 2. Okay, now I will take D common in this one. I have taken a D common, then what happened, D is equal D into tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2 is equal to D tan alpha 2 small d. Now this is what the equation from the simplification what we get. Hence S is equal to, we have seen before, D tan alpha 1. Now we got the value of D. We have a value of D. So put it over here, this value, put it over here. So what we gonna get is this one. Okay, so this is what the we have over here. Okay, now tan alpha over there. Okay, and then the rest is here. Okay, so that is equal to what happened, d tan alpha 2 into tan alpha 1 divided by in bracket tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. Now if I have to find out the RL, then how RL is find out? I have told you before RL. Let me give you one example. Suppose this is something and there is one tree. Okay, I have find out height of half of tree. I mean this is what the 3 meter. There is a bench, stool, and there is a table. Okay, this is what 1 meter height. This is what 2 meter height. So what happens if I add 1 meter, 1 meter, 2 meter, and 3 meter? Then I will get the 6 meter height. That what we have done before. Okay. So this is what we have done before to reach up to the object. Okay, this is what the second at a different level. The station nearest to object is lower. If I put diagram over here, I have put the instrument, the line of axis, the object is already over there, and it makes a triangle right now. You can see over there. I forgot to show you how triangle is created. This is what the triangle we are talking about. Those triangle we are talking about, the red marks. Okay, I'm not handy with it because I'm working on mouse, so sorry about it. So this is what the station nearest to object. We have seen that this is object and this is the station. So nearest to station is a lower. So I have put it all everything. Let's go to the equation. Now h1 minus h2, because our nearest object is higher, that's why what we have going to do is h1 minus h2. It is what h2 minus h1 is equal to height difference. We can say it h. We have seen again from the triangle PSR, we find out before d tends alpha 1 from triangle. This is what we have already taken in the first one. So subtracting equation 2 from 1, what we are going to h1 minus h2. This is what the common that was we have seen in a previous case. So this is what we simplified it and we get this one. Okay, d is equal to, it is very simple form we have done before to take it common, d in and everything. So this is what the very simple. If you try this one, you will get this one. So d is equal to h plus d tan alpha 2 and tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. Okay, so here again we got the d, but what happened, h is equal to d tan alpha 2, so we have find out the value of d only, so we will put over there, then we will get equation, and that's it. This is what the if object is higher